accepting your sexuality, not the act of sex, but your sexuality, masculine, feminine, that kind of thing. Whether you're male, female, or hermaphrodite. Um, I used to feel like I couldn't accept my femininity because in the egotistical system I was in with my peers, I also often felt ridiculed when I tried to express anything except for my indomitable masculinity. But nowadays, I got it all. I do it all. I've got my femininity in order. It doesn't mean I'm womanly, you know what I mean? But it is me exercising my femininity. I often mix it up with my masculinity and try to use the nice, easy flow, the receptiveness, the ferocity of my femininity for the best reasons. And, the sturdiness and the hardness of my masculinity and the gusto and the longing for triumph and the desire to overcome and to surpass. That's the masculine. And we all have masculinity and femininity. So yeah, that's something you can do on your own time. You don't have to do it in public. You don't have to do it at school. You don't have to do it at your friend's house. You can practice it at home by yourself. You can practice tapping into your masculinity and your femininity. You can practice being at the center of that, regardless of your gender. So just don't worry about what gender you are and feel your masculinity and your femininity and where they're balanced. And you'll be fine. It's fine. Because if you can accept yourself, you can slowly work on being what for you works outside of your private world. And that's what your private world is for. It's for expressing yourself, keeping yourself how you want to be, keeping your things how you want them to be, and being really in tune with what's going on. And you don't have to make yourself vulnerable outside of your private world. So yeah, fine tune yourself. Your femininity is beautiful to me. Your masculinity is beautiful to me. The balance of the two is beautiful to me. And it's beautiful to so many other people. And never think it's not. And if you're zeroed in on it, and all you're focusing on is what might make you vulnerable, know that I'm not focusing on it like that for myself or anyone else. I'm focusing on your balance, the entirety of your spectrum, how it feels to feel those parts of yourself that you might not even be tapped into all the time. I don't perceive those insecurities and all of that in a way where it stops me from experiencing the rest of you. So be yourself. If you have to practice in private, practice in private. Move your hips in a new way. It might not be Shakira, but, you're going to do it, You can move your hips. Your hips have functional purposes. You move them. Like, I'm moving them right now to adjust my body, like moving my hips. They're a big center or weight center of your body. You should see a sumo wrestler. They're all about the hips, man. They don't do it without the hips. You can use any part of your body like that. But hips, a lot of the time, are linked to femininity in the women, but the men have them too, and they have to use them. The backside, bending over for a purpose of, moving something, properly lifting something. Don't let those things become fear-based in your life, because I bend over to move stuff all the time. I move my hips all the time. I swing my hips to swing my weight, to shift my weight, while I'm picking things up and moving things and moving through the house, like going through a door sideways or something. You know what I mean? It's great. So yeah, figure it out. Your femininity is beautiful. Your masculinity is beautiful. Flex on them, I'm speaking from a more masculine perspective, of course, because that's what I've been my whole life. But I'm not afraid of my femininity. It's all good, you know what I mean? Love you.